So it's important to be happy in life, you know. It's like happiness is the greatest gift you can offer the world. Of course, there's other things you can offer the world, you know. Art, and music is art as well. And you can get really good at your art and you can be the best at your art, you know. People get, people are controlled and people feel this need to get a job because other people are putting pressure on them to get a job. In order to be happy, in order to do what you want, in order to be free, you have to be strong. You can't be weak. If you're weak, if you're insecure, people are going to walk all over you, step on your toes. People are going to get you to do things that you don't want to do. People are going to tell you to get a job and you don't want to get a job. You know, you get a job that you hate, you know. You can't do what you want if you're weak, if you're insecure. You know, it just doesn't work like that, you know. If you're weak, if you're insecure, you're going to end up doing things that you don't want to do. You know, because you haven't got a backbone, because you can't stick up for yourself, because you can't hate the hater, you know, because you can't tell people to fuck off, you know, because you can't tell people to leave you alone, you know. You have to be able to, you know, be your own man, be yourself, and, you know, just don't change for people, you know. Happiness is the most important thing. It's the greatest gift you can offer the world, realistically. I mean, everybody wants to be happy. It's the most desirable thing. You know, it's even more desirable than being good at art, to be honest. Just because of the fact that it's not that you shouldn't be good at art. Of course, you should work in the direction of being good at art. But at the same time, you know, if you're happy, you're a winner. And, you know, at the end of the day, you want to live a life that you want to live. Like, you want to be able to do what you want in life. You want to be able to be free. You want to be free. You need your freedom. That's why you're going to be happy. You can't change for people. You can't be insecure. You can't care what people think about you. Just be happy. Just be yourself. Just do what you want. Stop caring about what people think about you. Stop changing for people. Getting laid isn't everything. I mean, there are more important things involved than getting laid. I mean, it's just like, yeah, getting laid is great, but, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you've got to be happy. I know a guy, I live with a guy who basically fucks anyone, you know, like literally anyone. I think he's got a high body count, but at the end of the day, it's just like you're just fucking mongs, and it's just like, what's the fucking point? I mean, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, sex is great and everything, but you also gotta make sure that you're happy, you know. It's but yeah, I work in the direction of getting laid with hot women, you know. I mean, I've got very high standards. I only fuck really hot women, you know, and but then again, you don't want to be stupid about things as well. Like you know, you gotta open your mind up a little bit, like. Well, when you actually look at women, you know, you'll actually realize that there aren't actually that many. I mean, it's not that there aren't that many hot women. There are actually a lot of hot women, but at the same time, like the average woman is actually not that hot. You know, the average woman isn't actually that hot. You know, like a lot of girls, they don't really have an ass, or a lot of girls, you know, just you know, they just don't really do it for me. I mean, it's just the fact that you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta be happy, you gotta be free, you gotta be able to do what you want in life. If you're happy, you're winning. And it's the greatest gift you can offer the world, you know? Like I say, of course you can work in the direction of being good at art and being great at art and being incredible at art, being the best singer and the best screamer you could be, someone like Kurt Cobain. Be as good as him. Be as great as him. You know? But at the same time, it's one of these things that, you know, realistically, it's really hard to get that good, but it's I don't know. You need to know to give up. But you know, definitely work in the direction of being the best, being perfect. You know, being the best at your art. You know, you need to work in that direction. Don't give up. But also, you know, being happy, you know, is great as well. But it is a dark path going in the direction of, you know, art is the only thing that's important. That's a dark thing to say. I mean, but it's true. I mean, it's just like, you know, if you want to be the best at art, it's a dark desire, it's a dark thing to try and get good at, you know, because in order to be the best at art, like, and music is art, like I say, I don't know if I said that before, but, anyway, you know, in order to be the best at that, you know, being happy and being the best at art, being the best musician you can be are two different things. I mean, like, in order to be, you know, the best singer, the best screamer, in order to write the best lyrics, in order to be, you know, the best musician you can possibly be, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with happiness. It might be necessary to be miserable in order to be the best at music, to be the best musician you can be, the best, the best at art, to be the best artist you can be. It might be necessary to be miserable. I'm not saying it is the case, I'm saying it might be the case. It might be the case to suffer in order to be the best at art. I mean, I think suffering is a beautiful thing. I think like it's a very artistic thing, but it's also a very dangerous thing. And at the end of the day, like you want to be happy. It's um, it's being happy is the most desirable thing at the end of the day. Mm. That's just how it is. So don't be controlled by the system. Don't do whatever people tell you to do. Don't change for people. Just be yourself. Just do what you want. Be free. Don't know if you should be yourself. Of course you should be yourself. Maybe. No. But yeah, just be free. Just do what you want. Be happy. As long as you're happy, as long as you're living the life you want to live, as long as you are doing what you want to do, as long as you're happy, you're winning. I don't have to tell you that. I probably maybe I do have to tell people that because I think a lot of people are very insecure. But I don't have to tell someone who's suffering you have to be happy. It's like you're like, yeah, I know I need to be happy. I want that too. Like like people want to be happy. It's just the fact that I don't know. People probably go down dark paths. I think the darkest, most ignorant path is basically I don't know. It's a very confused path. It's a very confusing path to understand. I mean, it's kind of like this path where things don't even you're not even like you're gonna be misunderstood because it doesn't like when you talk it doesn't really make sense. But like, you can go down a path where you're basically happy, but you're just talking about the fact of how miserable you are all the time, you know, and how insane you are and how mentally ill you are. But the thing is with the world is people don't understand it. Like doctors will see somebody who says like, oh, I'm mentally ill, I'm schizophrenic, I'm bipolar, or whatever the fuck, or they're depressed even, and the doctor will look on how to cure this. But the thing is they don't actually need curing. It's just the fact that they're misunderstood. You can be depressed but be happy at the same time. In the sense of it's like you can be depressed but be experiencing life the way you want to experience it. Like sometimes people like that depression. Sometimes people like being depressed. Sometimes people like being schizophrenic, being mentally ill. Sometimes people like suffering. They like being tortured. It's one of these things where it's just like, you know, it, it, it- on you can't really explain it in the sense of like if you say to somebody, oh, I'm depressed, people are gonna be like, okay, you need to take meds and stuff. But then you can say, yeah, but I like being depressed. I like being depressed. Yeah, I'm experiencing life the way I want to experience it, right? It's like, so to speak, being depressed is being happy for them. Like it's fun to be mentally ill. Some there's it's there's like methods of madness. I mean, it's just like sometimes it's just fun to be off your tits and just be fucked up. It's one of these things that people just don't understand it. Because if you say to people, "Oh, I'm depressed," sometimes people do need help, and they're depressed and they're suffering, and it's like it's a bad thing. But then there's the other side where it's just like it's kind of like I say, that's what they want. They want to experience life that way. Um, like if you actually look at them, I mean, if you actually that they're actually healthy. I mean, it's like just being mentally ill. That sounds kind of contradictory. Is that the right word? I don't know. But it's like being mentally ill can be healthy. If that makes any sense. I mean, it's just hard to understand. Maybe it'll go over a lot of people's heads, but I don't know. Maybe some people will understand what I'm trying to say, but um, it's just that thing of you will never be understood. But yeah, that's one of the problems with doctors these days. It's just that they look at somebody who says they're mentally ill or they're depressed or whatever, and they'll work in the direction of trying to cure it when it's not always the case that they want to be cured, so to speak. Like curing them can make them mentally ill, so to speak. I mean, like it's I don't know, maybe I don't know what to say, but yeah, it's just like it's like sometimes people are better off being depressed. It's just the way they can experience life the way they want to experience it by being depressed. and that's it. Alright, bye.